SES sneak peek for Regulator users. Next week, we will be hosting the NMLS conference, where we're excited to demonstrate many of the new features of the state examination system that are currently under development. To get you prepared, we'd like to give you a quick sneak peek. In this video, we'll give you a general introduction to the system and some of its key features. To get started, let's log in to SES as an examiner from Vermont. Upon logging into SES, I will be taken to the home page, where I can view a list of my supervisory activities. This is a term that includes examinations, investigations, and enforcements that you can see in the table can easily be sorted based on my preferences. Under my supervisory activities, I will only see supervisory activities that I have been assigned to as a participant. As you can see, this page is a work in progress. We plan to add additional details based on your feedback from the conference and from Yammer, so please continue to share your honest thoughts about the system to help us further improve it. Now you'll see at the top in the navigation bar, we have a few other pages, including supervisory activities, companies, and library. For the video, we will spend our time on the supervisory activities as we walk through some of the key components of an exam in SES. On the supervisory activities page, you'll see a table similar to before. This is a complete list of all active supervisory activities for my agency. You'll see the information available on this page includes the company associated to the supervisory activity, the type of supervisory activity, the business types under review, the structure, which in the future you'll see will vary to include multi-state and functional committee, the agency conducting the exam. For multi-state, the lead agency will be listed, the location of the exam, the milestone or the stage the exam is in, as well as the examiner in charge or EIC. In the live production system, we will list the name of the examiner, but for demoing purposes, we have just listed the title of the role for each user. It also lists the target start date of the supervisor activity, as well as whether any information requests have been sent to the company. To view the details of the supervisor activity, you can click on the supervisor activity ID that's hyperlinked. Above the table, you'll see there are additional sorting and filtering options for the supervisor activities related to your agency. Now let's take a deeper look at supervisory activity, or SAID 545. This is an exam on a fictitious company called Prospect Mortgage. The first page you'll land on is the summary page. Here, you can see a high-level overview of the exam details, including the business type and business lines that will be reviewed through the exam. You'll also see to the left the areas for review. These are the areas the exam will focus on when reviewing the business lines above. It also identifies the EIC, the structure, and the type of review. There's also a hyperlink to the company's SES record. In the future, there will also be a link directly to NMLS so that you can log in and view the company licensing data. Now you may have noticed along the top of the page, we've got a progress bar. This bar tracks the SES milestone of the exam and includes the date at which the milestone was reached. So, you can see at the very end, once we've completed the exam, we will get through the closed milestone and the progress bar will be solid blue. If you want to learn more about each milestone, click on the milestone to see more details. Also, on many of the pages within the supervisor activity, you'll see available action buttons in the top right. These will change depending on the role of the exam participant. I'm currently logged in as Vermont Examiner 2, and I'm assigned as the EIC. So you'll see a lot of actions available just to the EIC through this demonstration. The next page is the details page. From here, I have the option as the EIC to update the record information, which includes basic details of the exam, such as scope type, target start month, and target start year, as well as add any related supervisory activities and related entities such as branches. Continuing along the menu bar, I can navigate to the scope page, previously completed when the exam was first scheduled. It identifies the business types, business lines, and their applicable areas for review, as well as any internal comments recorded during this process. Now up at the very top, you can see that this exam scope was sent for review. But keep in mind, the review process is optional. Moving along the menu bar, we have the plan. This is where the EIC has the ability to assign areas for review to participants. They can also provide a target due date for the examiner, as well as a priority level if this is relevant to your work process. Although the status of the plan shows as completed, as the EIC, I can choose to update the plan at any time by clicking the Update Plan button. From here, I can add any additional details, such as upload relevant documents, or provide general comments or even specific comments to each area for review for the participants assigned. This is also where I can assign additional reviewers for each area. At the bottom, you'll see what is pretty standard in SES. I can save my progress, I can complete it without review, or I can choose to send it for review. By clicking Send Plan for Review, I'm given a drop-down where I can identify a reviewer that can review and approve before I may proceed with the exam. In this instance, I'm going to go ahead and complete the plan without review. Moving on along the top menu bar is the Information Request page. From this page, you can see I've defaulted on Areas for Review Summary, which divides the information request items to each area for review. I also have columns that list the status, so as you can see, I have one ready to send to the company, while I have a handful already sent, and I'm awaiting responses on all items. An alternate view on this page is the Information Request Details. This lists all the information requests that have either already been sent to the company or are currently in progress. Above the list are additional sorting and filtering options that can be changed to view what is most relevant to you. As EIC, I have the ability to add information request items, send the information request items to the company, and remove information request items before they are sent. Along the top menu, I can proceed to the Participants page. From here, I can view a list of all the participants on the exam, both past and present, and I have the ability to add additional participants or make updates to those existing participants. The Interactions page is meant to serve as a place where you can capture internal commentary between you, the agency, and the company, such as phone calls, meetings, and emails specific to the exam. For instance, this morning I captured an interaction. It was a phone call in which the agency contacted Prospect Mortgage to discuss details of the exam. Continuing on the menu bar, the next page is the Time and Expenses page, where examiners and other participants on the exam can report their time and expenses. And last in the menu bar is the Related Actions page. This page summarizes all the available options that you would have available at any given time during the exam. Now this is just a quick preview. To learn more, check out the SES sessions at the conference. We're looking forward to hearing your feedback.